This video was all over the internet and on television shows. I will put a link to the video in the description. What the woman on the left says made many people upset and angry. The women you see are both rich and over 40 years old. This does not matter because I know poor women who said the same thing as the woman on the left. The woman on the right tried to explain why what the woman on the left said was wrong. Kevin Samuels tried explaining to women why this way of thinking is wrong. I kept trying to explain why this way of thinking was wrong to my female friends. For example, I explained to my female friend named Kate, that if you wait until a man is successful, he will have lots of women coming after him. You should get him when he is just starting. Her response was, I do not want to have to pay for everything. I replied by saying, if he is paying his own way, it only means that he does not have enough money to pay for you both. You are not paying for everything. You are only paying for yourself. Like when we hang out. You pay for your stuff, and I pay for my stuff. And most of the women never say that they want a good man. A caring man. A considerate man. A kind and gentle man. They only say that they want a man making a good living. They do not want to build something together. They want the man to have it all before they will consider him. Now I understand that the problem might be how we are explaining this to women. All women think they are special. Better than all the other women. So even if the man has thousands of women after him, she will think that he will pick her because she is more special and better than all the other women. Maybe we should say that the man does not have to pick any of you women, because he will always have thousands of women after him. So if you do not give him what he wants, there are a lot of other women who will. And when the man is sick of you, he will replace you with the thousands of other women waiting for their chance to get with him. Like Hugh Hefner, the owner of the Playboy magazine. When he was over 80 years old, he still had a lot of very young beautiful women chasing him. And Elon Musk, who is supposed to be the richest man in the world, has babies with 8 different women, and this does not include the children he has with his ex-wife. If you are making a good living, it does not matter if you are black, white, Latin, Asian or whatever. Plus, driving a nice car and dressing well. Women will be chasing you down. For about 4 months, before I started working for my father, I was making a good living. Like many of my male friends. I spent zero on dates. I spent no money on dating women. I had women approaching me. Women hunting me down. I had sex with more women during those 4 months, compared to all the women during my lifetime. If I realized what was truly going on at this time, I would have taken advantage of it. I was not rich or driving a high-end car. As one of my female friends said about my male friend named Norman. She said, there is just something about him. Instinctively women know. What women want and look for in a man is not the same in every culture. From my video that talked about African men in Russia, my other video that talked about United States black men in Germany, and other videos that talk about men in Asia and other countries. Those women are not looking for men that earn a lot of money or earn more money than what they earn. So the mindset of a man having to make a good living or more money than a woman is not natural, not normal. Since the 1970s, feminism through magazines, social media and other sources have been teaching women that if they do not get a high-earning man, then they are settling. This is a reflection on you. Therefore, you are not special. You are not good enough. In the 1970s, feminism was also pushing divorce. Pushing the sexual revolution. Telling women that they can do everything a man can do, and this includes having sex with many different men. And telling women that they do not need a man. They are strong and independent. Feminism wants to keep women single. Because as long as they are single, companies make a lot more money from single women compared to married women. In my video called, Today's Feminists Only Care About Money, I explain this in detail. However, I did not translate this video into Portuguese or Vietnamese.
We know that black women are earning college degrees faster than anybody else. Many of us are doing like we're doing, Iyanla. We're getting those terminal degrees, those JDs, MD, PhDs. We also are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs, along with Latina women in America. Pew Research said that women are now out-earning men. Yes. In 22 of the largest cities in America, including where I live, New York, DC, LA, you name it. When we talk, and I know that you've said that you cannot teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Iyanla, to how women need to I don't know, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if
a bus
he owns
driver?
the bus? If he owns
No.
it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a
Iyanla.
problem. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Okay.
Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus driver. But we think that it's another human being's responsibility to give us what we need instead of us building together. I can build with a bus driver. I'd have my little stash over on the side in my prenup, but I could build with a bus driver. So I think some of the criteria that we look for in the reality of today keeps us unhappy, keeps us angry, keeps us imbalanced. And then when the men show up, we want to beat them up because they're not living up to our standards and criteria. And it's not working, beloved. It's just not working. So it's not that it's bad or wrong. It's obsolete. It's obsolete. We have to come up with a new way of being. I don't believe in carrying a man. A man has to do for himself. My son got his first job when he was 9. 9, okay? Because you're a black man, you will know how to take care of yourself. But I think the way we measure it, it's just obsolete.
I think that's a factual analysis. For whatever we want, expect, we're told we were going to get, we got to look at the numbers and what's available on the marketplace. So you're certainly not wrong in the analysis.
The woman on the left changed the subject. She did not want to talk any more about it.